Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain the concept of Sprite and Sprite Editor. First of all, what is Sprite? Sprite are 2D graphic object. These are just image, and every sprite will have a sprite renderer component attached to it. For example, I go back to my Unity editor and I will just drag and drop this image from this sprite sheet into my scene view, and you will see that there is a game object being added, and on this game object you can see a sprite renderer component. Okay, so that's how you can simply create a sprite. This is one way of creating a sprite where you are going to drag and drop an image to your scene. Another way is you just create an empty game object, and on that empty game object you just add sprite renderer component. Now this object is a sprite. You just have to add any 2D image to it. I will just drag and drop this image from here in the sprite section, and you can see that this image is now became a sprite. So that's how you can create a sprite and sprite renderer. Every sprite will have sprite renderer component attached to it, and these are some of the properties of sprite renderer component. Like you can have a color of it, you can flip it. Like for example, I flip this sprite, you can see that it is flipping on x-axis. If I check y-axis, it will flip on y-axis. Another thing is you can also add material, you can have a draw mode, you can have sorting layer, and you can have any order of layer for your sprite. So that's how you can add a sprite to your scene. Well, next I will explain you the concept of sprite sheet and how you can edit your sprite sheet using Sprite Editor. First of all, what is a sprite sheet? A sprite sheet is an image that contains multiple sprites in it. Why we have sprite sheet? Because it is better for memory management, and it is less heavy on your system. Like we have one image that contains multiple images in it or multiple sprites in it. Like I have downloaded this sprite sheet from internet. Every sprite sheet will be a PNG file, means there will be some transparent background. Now what I did here in this game was I just used one of these image from this sprite sheet. How I did that? You have to edit the sprite sheet in Unity. How you can do that? Here I have just copied and pasted this PNG image into the sprite folder. Next, what you have to do is you have to select that sprite sheet, and on the right side in the inspector menu you can see a lot of options. From here you have to select sprite mode to multiple. It means that this specific PNG file or image contains multiple sprites in it. Next, you have to go to Sprite Editor, from where you are going to edit your sprite. Now you can see here there are different options for slicing the sprite sheet. Like if I click this slice button, you can see there is type automatic, there is type grid by cell size, there is type grid by cell count. If you have individual images with transparent background in your sprite sheet, just select the automatic option from here and just click the slice. What happens is that every individual image will be act as a single sprite. Like here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14 different sprites in one sprite sheet. I will just close it, I will save it, and now I click is on this little button, and you can see these are all now individual images, individual sprite, and I can use that in my game by just dragging and dropping. Like this image. That's how you can edit your sprite sheet. Well, there are other options for editing a sprite sheet, like you can have it by grid cell size. You can give any cell size and it will slice it as per the cell size. Like I have selected 64 by 64 pixel for each grid. I will slice it and I will just go back, and now you can see that these are all the sliced part of the sprite sheet. So that's how you can simply edit your sprite sheet in Sprite Editor. Thank you.